Today I have someone who I'm very excited to talk with that I connected with on Instagram, I don't know, maybe a couple months ago, and I've been following her posts and she's saying some really cool stuff and has a great community of people that interact with her. And her name is Anna Brown, and we're doing an Instagram video right now, and I just want to introduce you guys to her. She has a YouTube channel, an Instagram account, and to practice coaching and doing all sorts of things I probably don't even know about that I'm excited to hear about right now. So hi, Anna.
That's all good.
Hi. Tell me a little bit about yourself and about your practice, what you do with people, how you're being of service to the collective awakening, spirituality, mindfulness right now.
Sure. So I have a YouTube where I put out free intel, information on the ascension process to help beings align with their heart center, to open up to a higher state of consciousness. So I pump out a lot of free information: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, a Patreon account, and then I hold private sessions where we do video, Skyping, Zoom, FaceTime, where we connect and we talk about the ascension process. And my main focus, my main intention is to help beings align with their heart chakra, to open their heart center and to realize the master that they truly are, how powerful they are to create the reality that they deserve as love. And so that way, when we can step into our power and shine our light, we give other beings permission to do the same thing. So really my intention is empowerment for the love worker.
Yes. Oh, that's beautiful. You mentioned coming down into heart chakra as a focal point for a sort of way of life, like a sort of guiding thing. And I have to say, that's something that there's something in my awakening that has at times been a very intellectual thing, very much it's been a here's my mind doing all sorts of shit and here's me popping out of it, and then it's like, well, right. Where is this, well, how does this heart stuff play into it, and I have to say, for me, it took a bit to understand what I understand now as heart-centered living, because at first I was like, I don't get it. Like, I am awareness. There's this mind living inside of the awareness that thinks all sorts of things are happening. I can detach from that and come into a place of bliss. And there you go. Like, that's it. What's this heart-centered stuff? And it really has been relatively recently that I feel like I've locked into that. And I feel the heart-centered thing for me came in an awareness of some deep meditations that I've had recently, where I had these, like, for lack of a better word, these almost blissful, like, orgasmic type depths of, like, these kind of full body. Anytime I think of the slightest thing that's beautiful, it's like I'll just start waterworks. I start crying, and I'll get in this place that's like this so deep love place. And the first time I really had that crack happen, that opening happen, it was like a month and a half of, because I teach voice lessons, so when I'm teaching lessons and people have breakthroughs, like, I would get weepy and I would get embarrassed because I'd be crying in every other voice lesson. I was like, what the fuck is happening? So I didn't, and I just wanted to say that heart thing, and I wanted maybe you could talk about the heart-centered stuff from your take. And totally. I feel, for me, I'm a very experiential learner and experiential teacher, and until I experience something, I don't know how to talk about it. And I have experienced this heart thing, this like overwhelming love sort of thing that can happen. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So the heart center is really the portal of oneness, of unity consciousness, of ascension, right? So this is my saying, is when the heart is closed, all is hell. When the heart is open, all is well, because we're seeing clearly, okay? So when the mind is really active and chatty and it's just really noisy, it's because the heart is closed. Okay, that's the masculine energy, and the heart chakra or the heart center is really the divine feminine energy. And we want these two to be working together as a team. So we don't want to disregard the mind, disregard the ego, right? We want them to work in unison. We want to unify, right? So when we open our heart chakra, it's this place where elevated emotions naturally stream forth. So when I'm talking about state of being or creating your state of being, I always drop into the heart center, because where we place our focus is where we place our energy. So if we're naturally focusing on the heart center, we're telling consciousness to go there.
Right.
We're telling energy to go there, and that it's flooding this chakra with energy. So you're naturally going to start feeling gratitude, love,
Right.
appreciation, joy, just by simply focusing.
Is that how you do it? Do you like what are some of your specific practices that you use with people to get into their heart center?
Well, like for right now, for example, you're talking and I'm talking, but I also have simultaneous awareness on my heart center.
Yes.
Right. So it's like this, it's like a place of presence. Some people will put it throughout the whole body or whatever.
Yes.
And that's still accessing love. But this is just, it's just like a meditation. My focal point, or my drishti, right, is my heart center. So I know that,
Right.
okay, I'm rooted in love. I'm rooted in unity because I'm in my heart. I'm not up here judging, labeling,
Right.
projecting. Yeah.
That's
it's
beautiful.
Just a simple shift. Yeah.
I also one of the things I love to do is I like to take multiple teachings. I like to study lots of different teachings and
Yeah.
kind of piece them together and sort of figure out, okay, this is what I take from there that relates. And I can say that one teaching that I found was really had a profound impact on my own sort of awakening was some of the teachings of Eckhart Tolle, in particular the teaching where he talks about the inner body awareness meditation, which is something I practice almost every conversation I have with someone. I have at least a couple times become checked into my body and became aware of the energy field inside. And I can say, this idea of, I usually feel it first in my hands, then my feet, and then kind of turn it into a whole body experience with sort of an allowance of it. But as far as what you said, as far as particularly taking that awareness and putting it physically in the center of your chest, like actually putting it there, it is interesting. I have to say that, you would think that, well, the idea is as we pop out of awareness in our unconscious stream of thought and tap into our body in a sort of Eckhart Tolle way, that it's like, well, you did your job. If you're aware in your hands and you're aware in your feet, do you need to put it anywhere else? But I have to say, I think that there is something to be said for holding the awareness in different parts of your body. I think that there is something, what do you think about that idea of different places to hold the awareness?
Oh, for sure. And I love Eckhart. He's beautiful.
Yeah,
he played a
isn't he
huge
magical?
impact on my path, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's just like these chakras are little vortices of energy, right?
Right.
And if we're tapping into those vortices or vortexes of energy, we're going to streamline that forth through our being. So
Right.
it's just like, okay, I'm going to tap into this center because that's what I want to bring forth. And I see this as like the bridge to the higher levels or the higher chakras, right? Because our lower chakras are survival and kind of more ego-based, earthly bound.
Right.
And then the heart chakra is like that bridge that takes us to the higher dimensions, the higher portals, right? It's just like, so
Right.
once that baby's open, it kind of just, you know what I mean? It
Yes.
just goes up.
Yes.
Like
Isn't
a
that
fountain.
interesting?
It's really,
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
good. And I think that's something too that one of the reasons I also have, I think that's been bubbling up for me is it's a egoic construct. The role I'm playing, this personality I have is part of a male construct, in the world of form. And I feel I'm kind of partially, one thing that I've noticed in the people that I've worked with and talked with through the social media and the things that I've been doing is, a lot of men who are figuring out how to be in this mindfulness community in ways that they understand how to balance the energy of still feeling like men, still feeling masculine, but also feeling like they can understand heart chakra, understand their own feminine divine. Like,
right.
men need to learn all this stuff, and I mean, I'm in the same boat too, and it's beautiful to be able to sort of make this really a tangible thing of like heart-centered living is not this is something for both sexes,
Right, absolutely. It's not like we tend to think, oh, divine feminine. We're like, oh, that's so sissy and whatever. It's not gender. We have both divine feminine and masculine within us.
Yes,
right? It's just like these flavors of energy, and we're just blending them together. And it's also important to note too that the divine feminine is not just lackadaisy. Like, it's two sides to a coin. There's a fierce side. Look at the goddess Kali, right?
Yes.
And then there's more of a passive side, just like with the masculine.
Mm-hmm.
So we just gotta kind of drop all the labels of what it is, and that's when we go into the heart center, we're feeling our way. It's an intuitive
Yes.
center, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
so
beautiful.
we're feeling our way. Yeah.
Right. This is beautiful. This is really fun talking to you about these things. We should do more.
Yeah,
We'll think of some
is.
more
We
topics.
should,
Yeah.
yes.
Now, where are you located exactly? Where are you now?
Missouri.
You're in
I'm
Missouri?
in the mystical land of Missouri, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Heartland. Yeah.
Yay, that's amazing. So, and you
Yeah.
do you do consultations. Mostly, do you do them online or do you do them in person as well? Where you
Oh,
live?
I do mainly online, right?
Okay,
Like through
yeah.
Zoom, etc. Because I'm in like the boonies, out
Okay.
in the middle of nowhere, kind of thing. Yeah.
Wow, great. So for everyone who's watching this, if you're interested in setting up a session with Anna, I'll put her information in the description, and you can connect up with her. And do you want to say anything about the services you offer or the things that you provide?
Yeah, I just hold one-on-one sessions, 60 or 90 minutes. You can just do via phone, or we do video, like Skype, Zoom, FaceTime, Facebook Messenger type thing. And then that's all I got right now, guys. I'm currently building a website, so I will have more services to come. But until then, yeah, just check out what he's going to post below. You can find me in my email, or you can shoot me a message on Instagram to find out more, okay? I'd love to work with you guys.
Yay. All right, that's wonderful. Great. Well, thank you so much,
Thank you,
Anna,
guys.
for coming and talking.
Thank you guys for receiving. Thank you.
Awesome.